Alrighty, so this video is going to be on putting on sterile gloves. So if you can see, I already have regular gloves on, and I'm doing that so you can kind of see the difference between, we're going to pretend that my hand doesn't have gloves so you can see how I'm not supposed to be touching certain parts of the glove. Okay, so that's why in my case here it's a 7.5, which is kind of a larger size. So anytime I get a package, I always kind of just go like this a little bit, just because it always kind of sticks together. So if I were to just throw this on a sterile field, you would open it sterilely like this, okay? Not touching the inside, and about 4 to 6 inches above, put it on your field, okay? But in this case, we're gonna put on the gloves. So we're gonna go ahead and open them, and they kind of open like a book, all right, just like that. Never touching the center, because the center is what's sterile. Notice that we're opening the package away from us because this is a sterile package. So just kind of open and kind of pull so it stays open. See how I didn't pull and it kind of wants to go back? So then I just kind of pull, and then you have a flap here and a flap here. It's open, again pull, open, pull. And again, if you want to give it just a little tug, just so it stays open, okay? A little bit more over here because this one wants to kind of close on me. Remember, you have to obey the rules of sterility, which is you have to pretend that there's 1 inch of this that's contaminated, right? So if you look at the gloves, one has an R and one has a L. So left, right, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're going with one hand. It doesn't matter which one you do first, but I usually do my right. So I'm gonna do my right. So I'm gonna lift up here, and there's a flap of the hand. So this right here is okay to touch because this part is gonna touch my skin. So I'm gonna get it, and I like to lift it off because I don't wanna risk touching the edges. Then I'm gonna tuck my thumb in, and I'm gonna put it in. So it's gonna pull and a push. Pull, push. So here I go, and you're gonna find your thumb, and then I'm gonna pull, careful not to touch the glove, and you're just gonna pull, pull, pull as much as you can. And it's okay if it's not perfect here. We'll fix that later, okay? Because remember, this hand is now sterile. So now with this hand, we're gonna come over here. If you want to hold this, you may hold it, kind of bring in. You're gonna cup it kind of, and then you're gonna lift it off. There is no rush to this, okay? Take your time so you do it right. Again, tuck your thumb, and you also wanna tuck this thumb because you don't wanna touch the contaminated versus the sterile, okay? So push and pull. And if it's not perfect, it's okay because you're gonna fix it in a second. There you go. So now that these both hands are sterile, now you can kind of pull a little bit to get them more where you want them. Okay, so your hands are now sterile. If we were in an operating room, we would have a sterile gown that would cover our wrists. In this case, we don't, but that's okay. So let's say we did our procedure, everything's done, now we have to take them off. So pretend all this has, gunk and blood. You wouldn't want to go like this, right? Because you would get blood on your hands and arms. So you're going to pull it from the wrist or palm and pull, okay? And then discard. And now with this hand, you're going to come in and just pull, discard, and you're done.